I'm the Beauty Professor, and you can find my beauty blog at www.beautyprofessor.net. So I'm out on the balcony of my hotel room in Palm Beach, Florida, where I've been for the last few days, and I'm actually facing my very last day of vacation at this point. I had a spare amount of time this morning before heading off to the pool, and I wanted to share my vacation makeup look. These are the skincare and beauty products that I've been relying upon for the last few days of travel. And to be emphatically clear, these products work really well in warm, tropical, humid weather, at least in my experience. So I'll show you how to use the products, which will ultimately result in my vacation beauty look. Since I flew here, I needed to exercise some restraint when packing my skincare and makeup because it needed to fit in my toiletries bag and ultimately be placed inside my suitcase, which was still mournfully overweight. At any rate, with skincare, I've been keeping it very, very simple. At night, I have been using the Prairie Cellular Swiss Ice Crystal Dry Oil. It's just a reparative, restoring oil, and I'm really pleased with how it performs. I've talked about it before in previous videos and blog posts, and I just chose to focus on one oil for this trip. I'm also relying heavily upon the More Pacific Future Response Age Defense Dual Eye Cream, which I've talked about before as well. And this eye cream has both a night and a day option, and so it was a no-brainer to take this singular item on my vacation. Because obviously I put the daytime version on my eyes in the day. It has SPF and some illuminating properties, and then the nighttime one on it. Now, before I go into my vacation beauty look, I will just mention that I am wearing two products right now in tandem: the Le Métier de Beauté Peau Vierge and the By Terry Cellular Rose Brightening CC lumi-serum in one Immaculate Light. This has been a favorite combo for me lately. It evens out my skin tone, it acts as skincare, and it also has a bit of SPF. It's kind of like a tinted primer, first base, and it also gives me some illumination. So that's what's going on my skin right now. And now I'll move on with foundation. My foundation routine has been very simple the last few days. I'm using two products together, the Clé de Peau Cream Foundation in 020, as well as the Guerlain Terracotta Jolie Tint in the shade Natural, which is a little tanner. So I mix the two together. I just put a little bit of the 020 on my hand, and then a couple of pumps of the Guerlain. I noticed that the Guerlain is less concentrated, so I actually have to use a little bit more to get the look I want, but you can see side by side, see how this is very firm and dense, and this is already running. That being said, the Guerlain's a beautiful formula and really great right now for this kind of warm tropical Florida way. I use my dampened beauty blender to just kind of mix the colors together like that. I've got the bulk of my product on my blender right now, and I apologize for any extraneous noise going on right now. There are small children below on the grass. They have just come back from a scavenger hunt. So I'm going to do my best to talk over that because I'm already halfway through this process. Alright, so I'm going to just take the beauty blender and stipple this combination onto my face. You can see that it just evens out the skin tone really nicely, but it doesn't look makeup-y or obvious. Just blending in. My lighting is really sensitive right now because the clouds cover up the sun and it gets darker and then it gets really bright. All right, and there's my very even canvas now. I find that I want a little bit more just to go over areas that need a bit more coverage. I got one and then two pump combo that I demonstrated was definitely sufficient for my whole face and then some. Alright, and foundation is finished. I would like to add that the Clé de Peau is an SPF 29 and the Guerlain has an SPF 20. So both products have sun protection, and prior to putting them on, I did fail to mention that I did also do a nice healthy dosage of the Goldfaden Sun Visor Ultralight Mist. It's SPF 30. It's a mineral sunscreen. I've talked about it before, and that's been my go-to, so I put it on before foundation. I also keep this in my pool bag for the rest of the day so I can put it on later on. It works beautifully over makeup as well without showing up or becoming disruptive of the makeup you're wearing. For eyes, I've been going very simple, just a little bit of definition with the By Terry Ombre Blackstar Bronze Moon, an all-time lifetime favorite. I just go ahead and put it directly onto my eyelid, not being too concerned about the straightness of my lines or my application, because I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with a brush. And you can see it just gives a very light bronzed effect, but nothing major. Now I'm going to take a favorite Hakuhodo brush, a blending brush of mine, and I'm going to just kind of blend it into the eye. Oh, good grief. And blend upward. It's very subtle, it's clean, it's sophisticated, and it works well enough if I needed to like run out to lunch or go shopping or hang out in the lobby and have a meeting, but it also is clean and simple enough to wear by the pool without looking overdone. I'm going to go ahead and take a preloaded lip brush from Sephora. I've talked about this before. It contains the Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC3, which is my favorite concealer for life. I use it all the time and have for almost a decade. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover any blemishes I may see, any discoloration that wasn't completely vanished by foundation. Just a couple little shadows or spots here. And I just blend it out with my finger, nothing major. Clean up the face, nice and even now. For the face, I'm using a really simple combination of the Giorgio Armani Sun Fabric in 100. I discussed this extensively on my blog. It's a beautiful bronze. It doesn't have a lot of shimmer. It's almost entirely matte, maybe just a touch of a satin finish. And I'm using a Sephora angled retractable travel blush brush for this. I'm sucking my cheeks and add a little contour and warmth. Going along my jawline, a little down my nose, a little bit above my forehead here. And that's really all you need of this. It stays in place. It's a beautiful shade of very believable light tan. It doesn't pull orange. It's fantastic. Blush, I'm using the Armani Cheek Fabric in number 503 Daybreak, and this is a very subtle kind of peachy pink, but it has a dusty quality to it that makes it extremely natural. So if you're just looking for a natural, relaxed kind of vacation look, this is great. It doesn't look like you're wearing makeup at all, but it does warm up the cheeks. Now I haven't added any concealer for the under eye region yet, so I'm going to use a touch of the By Terry Touche Velouté in number 2 Cream. I find that I don't need a heavy concealer when I'm on a tropical vacation, but I do need some. So I like the texture and the formula because it seamlessly blends into the skin. I'm just dabbing it along my under eye region like that. And I might even use just a touch more as a subtle highlight. It's not a shimmery product. It has a velvet finish, but it still works great across the bridge of the nose. Now I'm using my Jenny Patikin domed multi-touch brush, and I'm just tapping it into the skin. This brush is unprecedented when it comes to seamlessly blending in concealer on the face. You just don't see it at all. It melds into the skin so nicely when you tamp it in with this brush. I'm going to keep my brows very simple by using a touch of the By Terry Eyebrow Mascara. I use this in shade 4, which is dark brown. And it literally is an eyebrow mascara. It looks like a mascara wand. It has a mascara texture formula-wise. And I'm just going to brush it lightly onto the outer edges of my brows to clean them up, give them a little definition. I don't need the full-on dip brow effect today, even though I love that. And I'm just brushing to see my brows are natural, they're groomed, they're tamed, but they have a simultaneously done and undone quality that I think is apropos for a vacation. The lashes. I do typically wear a coat of mascara when I'm traveling, especially if I've gone out of my way to put a little bit of shadow and definition on my eyes. I just feel like it balances out the look. So I'm working with my very favorite Sephora Beauty Releve mascara, and this tube, I might add, has lasted me for months. It's been such an amazing investment, and the formula hasn't worked or changed at all. I'm just putting 2 coats on quickly, just on my upper lashes, a tiny bit on the bottom lashes. but I'm not focusing my attention there because I do want to keep this very casual. Alright, and lashes are defined and finished. Before I do the final touches on my lips as well as a bit of highlighter, I just wanted to mention a couple extraneous beauty items I've been using a lot of. One is the Tangle Teezer. Truly, this is the only brush I've even thought about using on this vacation. I haven't really been blow drying my hair because it's so warm. It dries on its own. I wash it at night. But I definitely have to brush it out in the morning, and this takes care of every tangle. The fiercest, most gruesome tangle is banished with this particular brush. It's amazing. I'm also using the Oscar Blandi Olio de Jasmine hair serum. This is a sample I got at Sephora a while back, and it's lasted me forever because you only need a tiny drop. I just put the drop on my hands and then kind of rub it through my hair. It can be dry or it could be damp. Either way, it just makes my hair softer, more manageable, shinier, and easy to style. And so that's it. Otherwise, I've been using the hotel shampoo, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I was traveling light and I found that it works well. It smells like apricots. I can't complain. So that's been the extent of my hair care. And in terms of just another touch-up product, I love the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. It's an all-time favorite. I've used it for years. I always keep a travel size in my purse anyway, and what's great about this is it can be used as a skin refreshener if you've been on a plane for too long. It has a delicious aromatic scent that just awakens the senses, but I like to just kind of tap it along the areas of my face where I need some revitalization. It also gives kind of a nice glow, but it feels like it tightens up your skin. It's just one of those multitasking products that I can't imagine my beauty routine without, and so I highly recommend it. It's the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. Highlighter is none other than an all-time favorite, the Jouer Cream Eyeshadow in Chiffon. It's not technically touted as a highlighter, but I use it as one. As you can see, I have hit pan this particular compact of it. And what I like to do is just put a touch on my ring finger and then tap it along the upper area of my cheekbones. I also use a bit along the region of my brow bones here and just kind of seamlessly blend with the contour or shadow that I've already put. A little bit down the bridge of my nose. It's just like this gossamer light texture, so it just seamlessly blends with the skin, adding a beautiful glow without looking like anything. It just looks so natural. And because it's a cream eyeshadow formula, I think it's a little bit more resistant to sliding around. I find that it just stays in place beautifully, it doesn't wear off. A little more on my Cupid's bow, and highlighting is done. Onto the lips. I've been using a few lip products a lot on this trip. One is the by Terry Lip to Tint. This one is Pink Palace, and I'll demonstrate how to use this. It's a stain with some shimmer inside. It's just an amazing product. I've never seen anything like it. I also love the Ciroc Beauty Lip Sleek in Visor. It's just an easy, classic, pale peach pink lip color. Finally, I've been, since procuring it a couple days ago, wearing a lot of the Chanel Glossimer in 191, which is new for fall 2014. It's called Songe, S-O-N-G-E. So I'll put a little bit of the lip to tint stain on so you can see how it works. I know I've demonstrated the Visor before, but I'll even add a little bit of that. So just applying it to the lips for a nice depth of color. I wouldn't wear it like this because I tend to prefer a more nude, pale lip. But I like the fact that it's already saturating my lips with some color, which will last when my lip color wears off, perhaps at the pool, which is where I'm headed right now. Let it dry, and then I might add a bit of the Visor just for some cream and coverage. I have a Visor on backup right now. I love this color so much. It's just so easy to wear, and it's the best formula. Hydrating, beautiful. I think it would flatter any skin tone. And then I may, right now, for the purposes of demonstration, add a touch of the Songe, which is an iridescent beige pink. You can see it's got kind of like an oyster feel going on. It's so pretty on the lips, and I think it actually makes lips look larger because there is this iridescent pink interaction taking place. So happy I picked this up. Truly, it was the only thing I picked up from the Chanel fall collection. Nothing else was calling my name, but this definitely was, and I'm glad I listened because I love it. To close, I wanted to mention that the one nail polish I've been relying upon on this trip is the Giorgio Armani in number 702 Kaleidoscope. I find that I can just wear one layer of this in a hurry just to give my nails a little bit of life and interest. But 2 coats and your nails look like they're like actually done. I so appreciate how tiny this bottle is because I can toss it in my purse without it taking up any kind of space. It's diminutive and it's like the size of a lipstick tube. But it's lasted me quite a while, and this kind of blue, pink, silver situation is flattering. It just looks really ethereal and I like it, and in a lot of ways it reminds me of the Chanel Songe, so they kind of go hand in hand without intending. The last product I wanted to mention that has been invaluable and a permanent part of my handbag on this trip is the Mercier Daybreak Peau Vierge powder. I wear it in shade 2. I have swatches of all shades as well as a comprehensive review on my blog, and I'll put a link to that in the details box. But this powder is just an incredible touch-up option. It's completely invisible on the skin, but it does just yield an evenness. It's got skincare benefits. It never looks cakey. It's just a beautiful all-around powder product to keep in your purse, especially during travel because of all of its benefits. So here's the Peau Vierge powder. Absolutely love this. And so concludes my vacation makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the collection of products that I chose to share. And I'll give you one close-up of the whole face, the whole look. Ready for the casual leisure to come today. I did want to mention also, I just picked up a new bikini. It is a Missoni, my very first one, and I found it on ridiculous sale at Nordstrom in Palm Beach. It's my understanding that I am in Palm Beach for the off season, which means that all the stores, because it's the slow season, have these incredible sales. And so I was able to pick this up for a song, and I'm absolutely loving it. I can't wait to go try it out at the pool right now. I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and I welcome your questions and your comments. As always, please do not forget to visit me at my beauty blog, Beauty Professor, which can be found at www.beautyprofessor.net. Take care.